Hi everyone, it's Leanna here, and I am 6 days to explant, which I can't wait for. I'm not feeling great today, so I figured what a great day to do another video. So for this one, I am focusing on what led me to think that my implants are making me ill. For those of you who haven't watched maybe my first video about why I got implants, I just want to go over the goal of these videos with you. So my goal here is to inform people, right? I want people to make a better decision than I did. I want you to do your research, and I want you to think about what you're doing before you put these implants into your body. There are, or could be, many implications, and I just was unaware because nobody told me I should do my research. I thought they were FDA approved, and my surgeon didn't say there'd be like any type of complications, so I went with that. I trusted that community, and that was not a great idea. So for me, I implanted on May of 2014, and my first symptom was the next day. I had always had like joint pain throughout my life, like on and off. It was always very sporadic. I live in Minnesota, and so we go from hot to cold, cold to hot really quickly, and it's typically when those changes would happen. So seasonally, like 4 times a year at most. It was 24 hours a day for 3 months straight. I had another huge flare up like that just 6 months ago where it was all day, every day with my joints, and it's so painful. For me, I remember thinking back, like, is this related to my implants? And I took that out of my mind immediately because why would joint pain be a symptom that your body's rejecting the foreign object in your body? I thought if my body was rejecting or not dealing well with the implants, that it would be the implants themselves showing that. It would be pain in my chest, burning sensation, soreness, rashes, itchiness. I didn't have any of that. So I just kept pushing it away, thinking it's not the implants, it's not the implants. I'm pretty sure at this point that's why I'm explaining that it is in fact the implants. That's just the very first symptom. After that, my digestion really started to go crazy, and I had never, ever had any type of digestion issue. I even like double checked with my mom, and she was like, "No, you've always been super healthy, super regular, no issues." At this point, I can't even eat lettuce. When I do eat lettuce, I pay for it for days after. I went to a couple different like general doctors. Like one doctor literally looked at me and he said, "You probably eat too healthy. Like that's what it is. Like you really need to you just go eat a big juicy cheeseburger." I'm telling you that I don't feel well. I know something's wrong with me, and you're telling me go eat a cheeseburger? What a bunch of crap. I had to have a colonoscopy at the age of 30, and that didn't really, inconclusive results. I did physical therapy for 8 months, didn't really help much at all. The symptoms just kept coming. At this point, I have over 50 symptoms. I'm not going to go over all of them with you, but I just want to outline just a few of them. Like I said, the joint pain, constant inflammation. I have to eat a very, very, very strict paleo diet every day. Yesterday, I had one piece of chocolate, and I ended up with all these marks on my face. And I have inflammation in a couple other places too, I won't get into. The anxiety and depression. Last year at this time, I was actually taken out of work because I had a complete panic attack and couldn't drive. I went out to my car and I couldn't get in. I just completely shut down. I was so worried about my health and couldn't figure out what was going on with me. And my doctor saw that I was clearly struggling. So I was out of work for 7 weeks at this time last year. The other kind of symptoms that I've had, just to list a couple of like my gums have been bleeding for the last year, you guys. I can't control it. I go to my doctors. They tell me there's nothing really wrong with me. I also I have fibromyalgia. Last year I did a sleep study because my sleep has just been even worse than ever. And in that sleep study, they came and said that I have restless body syndrome, which is my nerves just kind of shaking me awake and stuff, which is the previous restless leg syndrome. That is also a known issue with breast implant illness people. The thing that you need to realize is that you're not alone. There are thousands and thousands and thousands of women that all have very, very, very similar, almost identical issues to what I have. And it's really crazy to think that there are so many of us going through the same thing. No one can really understand it unless they're going through it. I'm not me anymore. This is not the same girl I was 3 years ago. I've lost a lot of life that I once had. I was always so outgoing and fun, and I couldn't wait just to be around people. And I am the opposite. I'd rather just stay in by myself and do nothing on most days. And I don't like that. I want to be me again, and I want to be back in the gym and working out hard. And it's been just a roller coaster these last 3.5 years. And if I can just help one person, I know that it'll be all worth it, because I can't tell you how terrible this has been. $65,000 later, I can't wait to explant. That's all I can say, is I cannot wait to get these things out of me and start the healing process. And then I'll be able to come back to you guys and say, remember all those things that I was having? Guess what? They've gone away. So, because I never had any health issues before I implanted, and the timeline is just there, and all the thousands of women's stories are there. It's a real thing in my mind because I feel it every day. I do want to bring up one thing too, and maybe I should just do a different video for this, but we'll add it here. After I got my implants, I was given this brochure from my surgeon, and on the back of it, it says in very small writing down here, saline-filled breast implants, making an informed decision, available from your surgeon or online at this website. My surgeon never pointed that out. He gave that to me after my implants were already in. That's what's not okay. There needs to be a protocol, a law in place mandating that these surgeons are upfront and honest with us women and men alike who are thinking about getting implants. There are other options. I wanted to go up one size, not 3 sizes like ended up happening, and the more viable option would have been fat grafting. But fat grafting is so much more time and energy for a surgeon, right? Implants are quick and easy. You pop them in and send them on their way. There needs to be something in place. Like, here's what potentially could happen. If I would have seen the list of side effects, do you think I would have ever touched these? No, I would not have. I would have not have signed off, and I would have ran out of there. This whole issue reminds me of the whole cigarette situation. Cigarettes, people were smoking for years, thinking that there are no implications that came with them. And finally, warning labels were put on cigarettes. This is a very similar situation in my mind. There are thousands of women, thousands and thousands of women with implants, and guess what? There are thousands of women getting sick. And there are side effects, and they need to have warning labels so other women and men can make informed decisions before they put something into their body. This is just the beginning of this journey, and I know that there are thousands of women who will be on board going forward with this. Thank you for listening, and I'm sorry I got a little bit emotional today, but this is really important to me, and I just want to be well, and I want other people to be well as well. So if you have any questions, comments, please leave them below. And as always, please keep negativity at bay, because I'm doing the best I can to be positive every day. So thank you for watching.